You know, the more we try to be like men, we can do that. That's so simple. We all know that. See, what men don't know is they're the dumbest people. Excuse me, I'm sorry. I'm sure you're different, and I know Pete is different because he's my mentor. But what is, they think they know and understand everything. They think what they think and the way they see the world is reality. It's not. We've got to find our reality and know it and not think that we have to understand their reality. Now, in terms of who knows more, Black women, Cherokee women, Latino women, because we have to know our system, and you Black women, you have to know the Black male system, don't you?
That's right.
You have to know it in order to survive. Latino, you have to know the Latino male system, don't you? In order to survive. And you have to know the white male system really well. Well, we're smart, we won that. But the white males, they don't have to know anything. And they know less. And one of the things that we've tried to do as women is we have tried not to let them know that we know more because it hasn't been safe. But if we continue to do that globally, and believe me, I work globally, I'm all over the globe all the time, and it's everywhere. It's not just this culture, it's everywhere. And until we recognize that we have information that is absolutely essential to the planet, you know, it's not just your neighborhood. Yes, it is your neighborhood, but it's the planet that we're destroying with this white male system and this technology. My brothers and sisters are up there right now in the pipeline. Maybe that's what I need to be. And we're looking at that for next week. Yeah.
Process.
Yes, the process, we don't know yet. I carry a pipe given to me by Frank Fulsgrove. And when he gave me the pipe, and my Lakota name, Rion Monblishko Khan, I couldn't remember it for about 5 or 6 years. I had to write it down. I spent several years saying, I don't deserve to be a pipe carrier. I can't do this. I don't deserve it. And then a Cree Indian woman called me up on it. She said, "How dare you insult that old man?" And I burst into tears and I said, "I would never insult him, ever, ever, ever." She said, "You are. He gave you that pipe. He thinks you deserve it. You do what you should do with it." And that's the story of my life. What comes in, I live in process, as you know. And what comes in, I assume that's what I need to be next. Controlling, dishonesty, self-centeredness, these are all characteristics of the white male system. Whenever we think we can control our lives, we're in trouble. Whenever we are dishonest about anything, we're in trouble. I don't remember what the third one does. Did you remember?
Self-centeredness.
Self-centeredness. The center of the white male system is the self and the work. Now, I don't know how many experience I have. This means that, for example, when you're being courted, remember that? You know, some of you remember that format when you were courted, especially with a white male. You become the focus of that man's life. And you think, isn't this wonderful? I love it, I love it, I love it. And it works just fine till his word. The job is accomplished. And then he goes back to himself and his work. And you say, what happened? The honeymoon's over. The center of the female system. There are 2 female systems. I don't have time to tell you about all that, but you can read them all. The center of the female system is relationships. And the most important thing to us in all the world is relationships. Not just primary relationships. First of all, is our relationship with our God. That's where I get my orders. That is my primary relationship. My marriage, my children, my work are secondary to my relationship. Because my Creator will never ask me to do anything that's not good or that doesn't need to be done. That's where I have to start. And that's not always easy for us as women. And then there's a relationship with ourselves. If we don't have that primary relationship with our Creator, we can't have a relationship with ourselves. But if we don't have a relationship with ourselves, we can't really relate to anyone else. Isn't that right? Don't you all know that? We have to know who we are. Who we are. And then we can relate. We have to relate to our context. Men don't recognize that they live in context. A lot of men don't. We know all the time. Our communities, our church, your sororities, I've heard. My sorority was in college. Not much there. We and the whole world, we are in relationship with the entire world, all the our environment. So for this week, we have created a world. We have created an environment, thanks to you all who did this work. We have relationships here that may continue the rest of our lives, just from these few days. And we have heard things that make us know that each one of us is key in what happens next. Because we are women, because we are Black women, because we are Latino women, because we are Cherokee women. Cherokee women ran the show. I love that. We have a responsibility. And whenever we let the virus take over the way we think, when we believe in the reality of money and that's all that's important, no. It's useful, but it's legal tender. And it will come and go. And if we do our little work and participate in our lives as fully as we can and get our orders, right there, we'll have everything we need. Okay? Thank you. Don't forget the system. Watch out for the system.
Well, I think that, Dr. Schaef,
Yeah.
you have achieved the mission of your trip, okay? Because that was beautiful, it was brilliant, and definitely worth the listen. Now, this is a good segue into the next part of our conference. I would like to just have your indulgence for 2 quick minutes while I ask the panel to come up. The panel is being led by Dawn Diaz. And the panel is called Turning Abuse into Success. But before I do that, well, go ahead guys, go on up. I would like to recognize Saida Brown, who is the President and Chief Executive Officer of the National Council of Women of the United States at the United Nations. Saida was so good to us. So good to us, because our conference, we really didn't have much, and I'm so happy that everybody was tolerant. We didn't have lunch for people. We didn't have the normal comfort and conveniences for people that conferences have, but because we celebrate 100 years of the women's suffrage movement in New York State, we were able to bring our message through and be okay. And I thank Saida because she gave us gifts for the speakers. So we looked like we were doing something, and we looked like we had a little something. Anyway, Saida, please tell us 2 minutes about your organization, and I thank you.
Absolutely. Well, I don't know. You are a tough act to follow. I will say this. You said everything that's been in my heart that I didn't have the courage to say.
That's what people tell me.
See? You see that? Well, I'll make it very brief, and I have the privilege of sitting on the panel as well. I just want to give a special thank you to Sharon Edwards and the entire team that put this conference together. I was here on Thursday briefly, and that was World AIDS Day. And as she shared, I am the president of the National Council of Women at the United Nations, so I did have to get back to World AIDS Day. That's a very big day for us. So I'm here today, and I'm here to speak with all of you. It's just wonderful that women are coming together in solidarity and really looking at the issues and challenges that are facing our country right now. Regardless if you are a Republican or a Democrat, we are at a very critical turning point in our time in our country right now. And so it's more important now than ever that women really band together, create one unified message, and that we all move forward in unison so that we can get our goals accomplished. So thank you very, very much. Thank you.
How about Susan B?
Well, yes, I will say this. Our organization was founded in 1888. And Susan B. Anthony and Elizabeth Cady Stanton are two of our founders, and we were formed right after the conference in Seneca Falls. So our Founders Day, we will be 129 years old in March, and we are currently organizing a bus trip to Seneca Falls just to celebrate the women's suffrage movement and to really celebrate the accomplishments that women have made. And we also honor the 19th Amendment that granted women the right to vote. And I do think that a lot of women forgot that just a minute ago, we weren't allowed to vote legally. So I think my organization, as well as the support with the other member organizations, are going to serve as a constant reminder that our voice is so critically important, our voice needs to be heard, and that we do need to vote and be civically engaged. So it's wonderful for us to be here. So thank you.
Anyway, I would